Okay, let's see if we get going. All right, I'm live on YouTube. One down. Welcome, YouTube. All right, let me go out and get Facebook rolling. All right, I think we're up and going. Not quite yet. Just about there. I've got YouTube happening. All right, we're here. All right. All righty. Welcome, ladies and gents. We're up and running YouTube, Facebook Live. Welcome to the Weekly Wizard Update. 9/8/2020. Got a few topics today. We'll just kind of chill a little bit, let a few people get checked in. See, I've already got a thumbs up over here. Somebody's checking in on YouTube. I don't have two screens this time, so I'm going to have to kind of keep my tabs flipped back and forth so I can check on YouTube every now and then. Again, as usual, if you guys are checking in, I want to say hey, be sure and post a comment, wave, say hi, anything like that, because unlike the old version, I can't see when you check in unless you make a comment. So be sure and comment. Also, think about any other topics that you might want, questions you might want answered, topics you want me to discuss, or events that I might miss that you want me to talk about. And we'll get them posted up and talked about. John Shears, what's happening? It's been a while, John. How are you? Jeremy Black, hola. I think everybody's rides today probably got, I don't know, maybe you guys got some riding in. I don't know when the rain, I don't know how the rain got to OKC or not, but it's been raining here for pretty much 4 hours. So I think it's kind of died down, but it's still misty and cold. So I think we're down to about mid 50s right now. So kind of crazy weather, but I guess we were expecting it. I think it's supposed to be a little warmer in Oklahoma City. I think you guys are a tad warmer, but it's like 55, I think, 56, something like that here. So, alrighty, topics tonight. Again, drop me a message. Let me know you're here. If you have anything you want to discuss or events that I might miss, things of that nature, just toss them out and we'll do our best to discuss. So, yeah, Jay Black, same here, bro. I didn't ride either. Yeah, for sure, John. Just trying to get back on the bike. You know it. Tommy Duvall, you know they are. Tommy Duvall says, are used car salesmen allowed in here? Absolutely. You're still part of the crew, even though you sell cars instead of bikes now. So it's all good. Yeah, Jay Black, I didn't ride either. I just I came home and contemplated a nap. I still had to unload my car because I had a long weekend. Went to Arkansas and did some stuff, and Amy and I went up there and we spent the whole weekend up there. First day, I guess we got up there Friday night, and then Saturday I rode the Womble point to point from Fishing Village to North Fork. And then I rode gravel from there into Norman, Oklahoma, where I met Amy. While I was doing that, she was kayaking the Caddo or Cato River. I'm not sure if it's Caddo or Cato up there. It's Caddo if you're out in southwest Oklahoma, but I think some people call it Cato up in that part of Arkansas. Let's see. And then that was Saturday, and then Sunday we took and went to Little Missouri Falls Trail, just pretty much just straight south of North Fork Lake at the end of Womble, several miles, and we did a 11-mile. Hi, Kevin Snyder. I got you here, bud. I got you here. Trust me. And then we did like a 10, 11 mile hike on a Sunday, which was killer. And then we did a little, we went to Hot Springs and chilled overnight. And then we got up next morning, did a little hike right outside of Hot Springs, and then cruised on home. So I didn't unpack until today after work, because I drove in, went straight to work, and then came home and had to unpack later. So let's see. I don't know anything about the endurance ride out at Clear Bay. That's probably still a ways out. A lot of that, again, is going to depend on Norman and the park rules, Gary. And I'll discuss a little bit about that here in just a minute. What's happening, Daniel Lemons, Wichita Falls? I'll bet you guys are getting flooded as well. Mark Wells, howdy. So Kevin Snyder. I don't know if I can. You probably can't see it because of the reflection. Believe it or not, this is a non-alcoholic PBR. We were, Amy and I stopped at one of the super centers in Arkansas. I don't know. We might have been in Oklahoma by this point. We were right on in that point of the border. I think we were in Oklahoma because we stopped at one super center and realized that it was a dry county and they didn't even have any alcohol. I bought a case. I didn't get it all home. I think we drank some of it in the car. Non-alcoholic PBR. So there you go, folks. I'm still sticking with Sober September. We're rocking it. And we lasted all weekend fine. So Sober September is going strong. Let's see what else. What have we got? Alrighty, let's go ahead and let's get straight to the True to Dirt update. Unless I get rowdy and get rambling and have a lot of questions, and I'm likely to have a fairly short show today, but have a lot of little tidbit things, a lot of little random events that I was going to talk about. So let's get straight to the True to Dirt update. Big news, and I'll post separately, as well as probably some of the Team Warm-Up folks will post as well too. They've held off on the announcement, but we are going to have to cancel the Lake Thunderbird cross-country race. Just can't do it because they're not going to change the rule. We were hoping we would get a little leeway, and they might possibly change the large group rule for allowing permitting. They're not going to do it. They're not changing the rule, and right now the large group limit is 50, and obviously we would not really even come close to that. Even if we somehow split the race over 2 days, we would still, with families and people watching the race as well as racers alone, we could not meet the 50 minimum requirement that would allow us to get a permit to even possibly have the race. So because of that, we're going to cancel. And the question was asked just a minute ago by Gary Miller: is there going to be an endurance ride race out at Clear Bay? I would assume that's still the plan. They do that every year. But again, it'll all come down to that time frame. Usually I think that's in the it's usually in the January time frame, I think. I know it's typically colder. But they'll set a date at some point probably, and just try to get a feel for the park. And I don't know if they go by park rules, or the park has their own rules, or if they're pulling the rules from the city of Norman. But regardless, there's the 50, the outside large group minimum of 50 people. And so if they have an endurance race, it will fall under the same guidelines. So so therein lies the issue with racing at T-Bird. Bike Club OKC, hey, what's happening? Assume that's Alyssa probably. I made my donation earlier, Alyssa. I didn't post any of my virtual rides, but I did a virtual ride and 2 virtual hikes, if that counts. But I just tossed my donation out there, ride or no ride. So I think we're all good. All right, YouTube's still good. And then, just finishing up with the Tour de Dirt update. So our 2 other races are still seem good. So Medicine Park is permitted through the city, so they're really good to go. They don't really have anything else to do. I think we need to get a date change on the online registration, which I talked to Larry about last week, but then I never got back to check to see if the update happened. So it's probably already happened. I just missed it. I need to, this weekend, I left early on Friday to make the weekend, and I literally just settled in probably about 5:30 today. So I've missed a lot over the last 4 days. So I'll try to get caught up. Kevin Peak. Hey, Wiz, what's happening, Kevin? How are you? And then Guthrie is still good to go too. I'm going to start working with Justin Fortney and them, and we're going to start trying to get the permit taken care of and get the online registration and all taken care of the USA Cycling. So hopefully we'll get that going. Hoping this week, because it's just around the corner. So we need to get that up. But we'll see about making that happen. So for those of you that just joined, Sober September is still enacted. This is a non-alcoholic PBR, believe it or not. I'm so stoked that I found these and that these actually really exist. So don't taste quite as great as the others, but still pretty solid. I'll put a little lemon juice in it just to make it smooth. I have another one that I'll pop up in a minute. Herb Brown says, "What the heck?" You know what, Herb? I stick to my deals. I made a bargain to do Sober September, but I didn't say I wouldn't drink fake beer. Katie says that's like double sad. You're probably right, Katie, but I don't care. I can take the heat. I knew I was going to take a lot of shit over the non-alcoholic PBR. I really did. So I kind of enjoy that, though. Kevin Peak, what are the odds of getting a 24-hour race going again? Those were fun. They were. There's really nothing holding it back. Just finding a venue and finding someone that wants to take it on. That's the issue. 24-hour races are a bear to put on. There's just so many logistic issues and things of that nature. Yeah, it's a pretty big ask, and it requires a pretty solid group of people. It could be done, but it would just require a promoter with a good group of volunteers, and yeah. So I mean, that's what it would take. And there's nothing again. I mean, there's nothing holding it back. It's just a matter of finding someone that wants to do it and finding a time to do it, which anymore is super hard to do. Herb says I've been cutting back during COVID once in a while just to make sure I still can. Yeah, honestly, that was Herb. That was kind of the reason why we did Sober September, really just to prove a point to ourselves, Amy and I, and yeah, so far so good. Yep. So I think the update's over. So just to recap, update in case anybody just checked in. First of all, again, be sure and toss me a comment, say hi, even if it is just to say hi or wave or a smiley face or something. I can't see you unless you comment. So I mean, if you don't want me to, if you don't want to get called out or anything, that's fine too. So you're completely welcome to just to hide and watch, and that's all good too. So Kevin Snyder says your Sober September lasted 5 days. Well, that's not bad, but I saw, you're kind of like me. You went on a little vacay over the break. I think I saw some pictures where you were fishing and catching some fish with your kiddos. So yeah, I can see how that ended. Mine almost did after that Womble ride. Holy hell, that was a crazy ride. So I knew the Womble would be a little bit rugged. Because I mean, without the Ouachita Challenge happening, I just assumed that there would probably not be a lot of riders on it. So probably not as maintained as it normally is. And I highly, highly underestimated how bad it really would be. I also made two rookie mistakes. One was huge. One was not so big. I almost made a third. But Amy caught me as I was riding away from the car and brought me my phone. So I almost forgot my phone. And she was dropping me off at one end and taking off to go do her thing. So it's not like I was going to be able to ride back to the car and get what I needed. So I get my phone and I ride off, and I'm 5, 7, 8 minutes in before I'm really paying much attention, just because I'm on a little gravel road. And then I get to the trailhead and I take a picture or two. And then I start the first climb, and I realized that I was testing chains and cogs because I was trying to get all the right chain sizes about 3 or 4 days before the ride on all my bikes, gravel, mountain bike. And I was trying to get all that adjusted. And I forgot I put a 17 on my mountain bike. The last time I rode it at Medicine Park, and I had a 21. In my head, I thought I still had the 21 on. That's what I wanted to ride. So I rode the Womble with a 32-17. So for you guys that are single speeders or get gear ratios, that was pretty stupid. I was actually able to ride the majority of it still, but there were several sections I had to get off and walk. They were just too long or too steep. And but it was all good. No worries. But there were 50 trees down. I had to get up and walk over 50 trees probably. It got lost twice at one section because just a lot of rain, and it looked like there'd been some four-wheeler or Jeeps in there right on a couple of junctions where the trail linked, and it obscured the trail. You couldn't hardly see it. Luckily, I had MTB Project on my phone, and luckily Amy hollered at me and I had my phone. If I hadn't had my phone, I don't know what I'd done. And I found it. I was close, but it was just obscured from a lot of the water damage and the tire damage. And then I ate spider webs. Some of you guys saw the pictures. I had spiders crawling in my helmet, my beard, my mustache. I had webs going all the way from my bar all the way to my body that literally were solid. I mean, it was not like a string. It was a solid sheet. I probably could have put an empty can on the web and it would have held. It was so thick. So it was just crazy. And then I managed to, not realizing it till after I got done, that I got into a bunch of seed ticks in my socks. So now I have bites all over my ankles. So yeah, good fun. It really was fun. And just, it was a little bit more challenging than I'd anticipated, but it was all good. So Cordis crew checked in. What's happened, Steven, Brandon, I hope. I think I've got everything taken care of for you, Brandon, if you're watching. Got that facing you. This thing's not warmed up or it would be going. It's just it probably won't get warmed up and start going until after the show. I forgot to turn it on. I usually have to turn it on like 30 minutes ahead of time. And Olaf from Kelly Farms. Talk about you guys in a bit. Victor Cash says, what's happening? What's up, GT Giorgito and Lisa Norris? Tom Euglene's in the house as well. Kevin Peak, cardboard dough every day. No, I can't this September. So I do have some in the fridge, but it's just sitting there. I'm gonna have to toss it out because I'm sure it's bad now. So Eddie Reimer, what's happening? B gave a fist bump. All right, Brandon. Okay. Got off track. So let's talk about Bike Club virtual fundraiser. We'll make it real quick. They had a virtual fundraiser this weekend, and basically the goal was to dedicate X amount of money per mile and then go ride your weekend and see how many miles you got. I don't know what on my phone is beeping, but I get all kinds of these news notifications that I don't know where they came from. They drive me crazy because I never read them. And then I gave and I'm gonna actually post it again. Let's see, it is Bike Club OKC.com/donate. You might have to add the www in there. I'm not sure if that'll be required or not with their domain. But Bike Club OKC, I guess not. It popped up right up there. BikeClubOKC.com/donate. And then once you did your virtual ride, added up your miles and your amount per mile, then you can donate that. Or you could just go to the donate. I just went to the donate today because I was so busy, and honestly, I really didn't have a lot of phone reception until pretty much Sunday evening, and I didn't have time to post my virtual rides and hikes, so I just donated $50 this afternoon after I got off work, and that was my virtual. So thumbs up, and I hope they've raised a lot of money. I think you guys are on, so yeah. So you might let us know, how you're doing so far and where what the tally is. So yeah, so you can still participate. They just posted a prize. They're doing prizes on Thursday, so you still got before Thursday to go ahead and get things uploaded, posted, donated, and for sure make all that happen. So. Yeah. So anyway, so Bike Club fundraiser, Bike Club OKC. You've got till Thursday before they do the prizes, which are, I wrote that down. Thursday or is it? When's the drawing? Is it Thursday? Okay, I thought it was tomorrow, which was Wednesday. But maybe I read that wrong. So looks like it's Thursday at 5, and it's going to be on Instagram Live. Is that correct? I assume that's Alyssa behind the Bike Club OKC logo there. Let me know. So anyway, so still participate, go out and donate. And honestly, the donate button is going to be out there regardless of this virtual thing or not. So feel free. You feel like donating, just go out there and do it. It's going to go to a good cause. Bikes and bike equipment and training 2 kids is a good thing. I mean, heck, I saw a picture today. Our good buddy Kai Cordes up doing his college thing in Durango, Colorado, and he's already given back a little bit. And he is. I saw a picture today, which is a great picture of him leading a bunch of little dudes and girls on bikes, and I swear they're all like this big, and they're all riding real trails. So could be the next line of college athletes right there that he's leading. So it's a great pic. If you guys haven't seen that, you need to get out on Instagram and take a peek. It's a great picture. And just seeing all those littles out there doing their thing on bikes is great. GT says, big shout out to Dean Gracie and Joey for fixing up Big Stupid at Bluff Creek. Yeah, I saw there was a picture. I guess there's a big washout. So for sure, thumbs up for them for getting that fixed. And Jay Black can toss out the names too, but I think Chris Southard, Jay Black, I'm not sure who else. I saw a couple posts, but you guys can give me the names. I think they got out to Skip earlier or last week. Into last week, I guess there was a little bit of rain that got a bridge and kind of moved it over, and I guess they got the bridge fixed and re-rocked, and so they got that fixed at Skip too. So big shout out to those guys as well. Yeah, so I guess it is Thursday at 5. Win a $100 gift card to your fave bike shop. Lots of other cool prizes, and it is Instagram Live, Bike Club OKC. 5 o'clock Thursday is the drawing. So, Chip Harrison, what's happening? Congratulations this weekend. Heard you got the W racing the Cat 1 single speed. That's pretty sweet. I think they probably had quite a few, would be my guess. I bet there's a lot of racers there. We typically, some of those Texas races draw a lot of people. Alrighty. I'm kind of scattered. I've got a few notes, but I'm kind of going out of order a little bit here. Okay, I'm going to kind of mold the next two together a little bit. Actually, I'm going to kind of split them up. So we started this last week. And I thought it was probably a good plan, a good repetitive thing that I'm going to just continue to do for anybody new that checks in. And so a couple of the questions last week were, with all the races not happening, what is there to do? I mean, what's going on in the riding scene? Where, what can we do? Where can we go ride? Where can we go hang out with their friends? And, that's the thing that I think most of us are missing. Camaraderie we have with all the riders and their families and all of that. For sure, the hanging out and drinking non-alcoholic PBRs is also one of the things, at least for September. And so I think a lot of people are just staying at home, not realizing there's actually a lot of things going on in Oklahoma. So I just wrote down a few of the things that are going on. Pretty sure I got most of them memorized, but make sure I don't miss them. So, Tuesdays, I think they're going again. Now, obviously the weather is going to, jack all this up this week. So, I wouldn't think that a lot of things are going to happen, but a lot of it just depends on the areas, and how much rain they get and the weather and things of that nature. But, right now on Tuesdays, I know there's Tuesdays in the trees, where is that? Dadgummit. It's over in Yukon. Someone will come up with it. I just completely blanked on it. I've done it a couple of times. I don't know. I'm just totally blanking on it. I just thought of it just a few minutes ago. Also Tuesdays, Claremore does an every Tuesday mountain bike ride at Claremore Trails. I think last week was the first week of cross practice, or maybe the second week of cross practice on Tuesdays. That's going strong, and it looks like Tanner is working on some final details, and he will have a cross season for Oklahoma released shortly. So it does look like cross is likely going to happen. Obviously, I'm sure they're going to be running into, issues that I run into with venues and counties and wherever they're having it and what their COVID rules are. But looks like they're going to have at least a schedule on the block. Wednesdays, still doing the weekly ride at Skip. Again, it's just a weekly ride. Everybody kind of meets and greets and rides at their own pace and rides with their own groups and does multiple laps and then hangs out and drinks beer and sometimes eats pizza afterwards. So it's all good. Thursday, still doing Wichita Falls Dirt Crit, and the Thermal Thursday for them is what it's called. And then we're doing the T-Bird Dirt Crit on Thursdays here as well too. So it just depends on where you live, whatever's closer. A little bit of a variety. They're both doing Dirt Crits, same basic format. Short course, 45 or so minutes plus lap. And then I think Kelly Farms has been trying to do a Friday ride. So all those things are happening every week. So there are things to attend and things to do, and all these events are very informal. They're all free for the most part, I think. I'm not sure about cross practice, but everything else in Tulsa, but everything else is just free. Show up. It's for fun and great workout. Get to meet all your friends, hang out, drink some beers, chat. It's all good. So things to do. All right, I got to scroll up here. Wow, 317 people raced. Yeah, I figured it was pretty big. That's awesome. Outlaw Creek, thank Justin. Hey, and Justin, your name is the one that I was missing a minute ago. I think you were part of the crew that was helping Jay Black and Chris Other that fixed up Skip. So props for that too. All right. So those are the weekly events that are happening every week. I'm just going to continue to repeat those things just as we have new people pop on, and hope that I kind of ingrain that into all of you guys' brains as well too, so that when people ask you, you can just roll those off. Tuesdays you got this, Wednesdays you got this, Thursdays you got this, and so there are things to do. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move on to my next one. I'm going to lead off with the Kelly Farms Race for the Gold, and then I'm just going to talk about just some random stuff that's on my calendar, on my event list, that I just kind of looking at. I don't really have a plan for what I'm doing, but I just want to kind of throw out some other ones. Derek Lewis was out there too. Okay, so maybe I was wrong, Justin, but yeah. So Derek Lewis was out at Skip helping. So thumbs up. I was just trying to recall what I read on a post like 5 days ago. So I just want to talk about like random events that are kind of in my space and around and that I see. Obviously, if you guys have others that pop up on your radar, just chime in, comment, let me know, throw a link out, because I don't see everything. So Race for the Gold, September 13th. So next weekend, looks like we're gonna have a good one. Race for the Gold is going to combine 3 things. You can do all 3, I guess, or you can do 1 or 2, or pick your poison, I suppose. They're going to do a short track race, which is just standard short track, a short track, multiple loops, time-based, etc. I think we all know how that works, and we've done enough, had enough dirt crits to go, but it's super fun. If you've never done a dirt crit, it's great fun. Great fun. Then we're going to have Jay Black's favorite event, the land or the long jump, which is basically the full send. So it is a long jump on a bike. So I was going to see who can jump their bike the furthest. So that could be a very entertaining event to watch. I'm kind of interested in seeing some of the videos from that. There's gonna have to be some crashes. And then last but not least is the Race for the Gold TT. So the trick with the TT is it is a TT, a time trial, which basically they're going to have a loop, and your goal is to do that loop as fast as you can. And the fastest time wins. But the trick is there's going to be random gold coins hidden throughout the course. If you can stop and get coins and bring the coins back, whatever minute or seconds or time, it's probably going to be seconds would be my guess, is going to be that amount of time that you get to subtract from your time to make your lap faster. So the key is what's your strategy? Do you think that you can go out and just gun it and be the fastest one no matter what? Or do you think you should play the strategy of, ride pretty hard, but keep your eye out for gold coins and stop and grab gold coins? So I don't know. So that's the strategy that you're going to have to pick and find out. Race for the gold. I'm not sure, Kevin, how far it is. I think it's about 4 miles. The short track will probably just be a couple miles, but I think it's probably going to be like 3.5, maybe 4. Someone on here can probably answer me a little bit better, but it's not going to be very long. Yeah, Jay Blacksy's just going to send it. Why not? Of course you are. Of course you are. It doesn't surprise me at all. So September 13th, Race for the Gold. Registration will begin at 8, last for an hour at 9, so 8 to 9 a.m. Day of only, no online, very informal. Racing will be all day, 9:30 to 1:30, because they have all the different events and different categories for the events, so it'll take a little while. The goal is to use the proceeds to build a shelter, kind of a shade shelter, where people hang out near the trailhead, because right now it's open and kind of sunny in the you know, and when it's hot, and then when it's cold and rainy like today, there's no place to get out of the rain. Of course, you probably wouldn't want to be riding today anyway, but nonetheless, it's a good cause, and money's going to go right back into the trail, so it's all good. Yeah, no doubt. Kevin says I didn't want to do 10 miles at the end of the day. Yeah, for sure. No, it's all short. It's all just going to be high intensity. It's not going to be endurance stuff. It's going to be high intensity speed stuff. So you recover pretty quickly from that, and it's all good fun. So pop over here, make sure there's no comments on YouTube. We're good. No comments. Got a couple of people checked in on YouTube, but nobody's commented, so I'm good to go. All right, let's see. That's Race for the Gold. So let's look at, I just wrote some random events down, and if you guys have, let's see, what is it, Kelly? So they've got some construction under the way at Kelly Farm. It says you'll also get a sneak peek at Yabba Dabba Doo, a combo wall drop feature under construction. So might get a chance to take a peek at that if you're there this weekend, for sure. Events. I have random events. Just stuff that I see and pops up, and I talk to people about. So I'm looking at, I don't have any, I don't even have these in order. I'll try to do them in order of some sort. This weekend looks like the Hondo, I think is what it's called, Kansas gravel race. I assume it's probably in the Wichita area. I haven't done a lot of research on it. My buddy Aaron, my teammate talked about it today. I'm not going to head down there. I can't make it this weekend. But it looks like they're doing a 119-mile race, and then they have the 77-mile race. So they got a couple different versions. So this one's bumping up, doing some big miles. But yeah, so I know we've got I know Aaron's going down there for Bike Lab. I don't know if anybody else is going down there from Oklahoma, but there might be a few people. So I know that's one this weekend. Looking down, 926. I just saw something the other day. This is new. I didn't even know it was a thing. Just saw it on my event list. Tour to Fort Seal. They're going to be leaving from Lettra, but you can just look at your events. It pops up on 926. It's a road ride, various distances. I don't really think it's a race. I think it's more of just a t-shirt ride, but you know how those things get. So if you're interested in that, check that out. It's going to be down in the Fort Sill area, Medicine Park, Lawton area. Don't know the details on the route. I quickly looked at the event page and I didn't see the route and stuff. It might have been there and I just didn't take time to read it, but I didn't look that closely. 10 October. So in October 2 through 4 weekend, we've got a couple of different things. So I did see where the Osage Passage out at Zinc Ranch is happening October the 2nd through the 4th. Looks like that is going to be a combination of a whole variety of events. We're looking at gravel rides, gravel races, cyclocross races, camping, and the whole works. So Charlie Lingerfeld posted that, and I think he's probably the one, I would assume, leading all the gravel stuff, because that's kind of his gig. He does a lot of bike packing, has done a lot of done at least two riding, gravel riding, bike packing, camping type camps in Taormina. I know he's done that, so I'm fairly certain he's the one probably going to be doing the gravel and the camping for this as well too. So so it should be pretty cool. Again, October 2nd through the 4th. OsagePassage.com, I believe, is the website. Same weekend. Looks like, again, just pulled it up on my event calendar. Didn't know it was a thing. Never heard of it. Chickasha Rock Island Ride. Looks like it's just a road ride. Again, a road t-shirt ride, various distances. So if you're interested and you're going to be in that neighborhood, check it out. Good old Peeber. Even with no alcohol in it, still good. And then on 10/10. So I'm probably going to struggle to make this, but I don't know. I may do it if it's early enough and I can still get to my race, Tour de Dirt race, which is going to be our Guthrie race, which is 10/11. So I may do this since it's just right down the road from me. So Cordell every year has a big, huge festival, their pumpkin festival. And this year they've got a crew that have been riding for a while. I've just not really been a part of their group. I just got on their Facebook group page. And so I'm going to start trying to talk to a few of them, see if I can do some rides with them. But we've got a small crew here in Rocky and Cordell and in this area, which is right out. I mean, Rocky's literally, 10 miles from my house. Cordell's 20 minutes. So they're doing a ride. Basically, they're starting downtown Cordell, where the Pumpkin Festival is at the courtyard. I mean, you can't miss it if you just drive right down town Cordell. They're going to do two rides. One is they're both going to be out and backs on 183. 183, which just goes basically to my where I live. But they're going to do an out and back to Rocky and back to Cordell, and they're going to do another one that goes to Roosevelt, which goes past my house out to Roosevelt and back. So that looked like, I just mapped that real quickly before I got on, since they didn't have the distances listed, and it looks like that's going to be a 22.5 mile loop for the first one, and then a 65 mile loop for the second one. And what's cool is they've really done a lot of work on 183 out here where I live. And 183 has a shoulder that is, I don't know, 6 to 8 feet wide. So you've got a huge shoulder plus a rumble strip between you and the cars. So it's going to be pretty easy to do that and stay off the road. I ride on it all the time. Pavement's good. It's protected, and you don't ever even have to get on the road. So, but anyway, so yeah, if you're in the neighborhood or you want to come down and try something a little different, this should be pretty fun. I very well may try to knock that out, have my car loaded, and then blaze out to Guthrie as soon as I get done with the race. So I don't know. We'll just kind of see what happens, see how that weekend goes. With Guthrie being a new race, I might need to be out there Saturday a little bit earlier. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, because we're going to lose daylight, so I won't have as much daylight then. We'll just play it by ear, but I sure would like to do a local event here. Let's see. And that's really about all I got on my event calendar. If you guys have anything else, that's really all on my list. If you guys have any other events or things, be sure and let me know. Oh, I got a few things I missed here. So in order to a proper answer to Kevin Snyder's question about the distance at Kelly Farms and the race for the gold, about 2 miles for the crit, and 3 is the race for the gold. So the race for the gold is going to be 3 miles. That's going to be the TT. So so very short. It's going to be intense and fast, which is cool. Eddie Ronger says Augusta. Gravel King Hondo, Augusta, Kansas. Thank you, guys. Yeah, okay, so Augusta. Yeah, I didn't do my research on that. I should have done that. Nice, Terry. Terry Teetsort said he's doing the 77 miler. That's awesome, bro. Yeah, I thought about going up with my buddy Aaron, but I think I need to stay here. Had a long weekend last weekend. I think I need to just get some rides in and stay local. So, yep, Lisa, you betcha. Lisa Norris, who is actually a college buddy of mine and current friend, and you guys probably know her from the cycling scene as well too, even though she hasn't been riding as much lately. But she's from Cordell, so she said that the ride starts at 8. So she's got the inside scoop on that. Thumbs up. Alrighty, let me check YouTube. If you guys have any comments or questions, you better get them out there. I'm fixing to close up shop. Looking like we're at 45 minutes, so it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let me review my notes, make sure I've not skipped anything. Got the bike club, got the weekly stuff, got the Kelly Farms, and I got my event schedules. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, alrighty. I think that will do it. Let me check YouTube real quick, make sure I didn't miss a comment. I did not. So I'm going to rock and roll, let you guys get out of here early and get to bed or get to reading or whatever you do in the evening. So I think I may try to get caught up on Tour de France. I'm behind. I just watched stage 7 today. I think stage 11 is tomorrow or something. I don't know. I'm like 4 behind. I can't get caught up. So anyway, I'm out. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for listening. And I don't know what the weather when I'll see you guys riding again. Maybe this weekend. Maybe this weekend will be better. We'll see. I don't know. I think it's supposed to rain for like 3 days straight. So we'll see what happens. All right. I'm out. Peace. See you guys.